Hi, beautiful Ails. How are you?
Hello, I'm good this morning. How are you?
Oh, I'm so good. You look beautiful, and thank you so much for joining me.
Thank
So,
you.
for everybody watching, that looks like such a cute, tasty jumper. I'm glad that I'm not in jumper weather, but it looks very like super soft. So I'm
It's
into it.
so cozy. It's
Yeah,
amazing.
I love
Beautiful.
cozy. So for
Thank
those,
you.
you're welcome. So for the people watching, this is my beautiful client Ails. I'm Lani, and she is in my coaching program. So would you like to just start by saying what you do?
Yeah, I am working as a personal assistant to a wheelchair user, and I also teach yoga on a part-time basis. So yeah, so double jobbing, but it's all good.
Amazing.
Yeah.
And okay, so before my coaching program, what was your process for feeling happy and confident? So what did you do when you didn't feel happy or confident?
Okay, so what did I do to feel happy and confident? Yeah. Okay. So feeling happy and confident were like tiny little spaces of time that I got from time to time. So I never had consistent feeling of happy or confident. I found that exercise was one thing. I would get a buzz from working out. And I always looked for confidence and feeling good outside of myself. So from external things like a relationship, um, that type of pattern. If somebody else liked me, then I could like myself more. So that would have been what would have really worked for me. And obviously that's not like going to stand to you forever. It's only if something goes wrong, then you fall down even more. So that would have been the pattern I would have been following.
I mean, I literally feel like so many people are going to be like, oh my God, that's me. Because literally when you're talking, I'm just getting goosebumps. I'm like, yep, that you've literally described me a year and a half ago, like to a T, right? Because it's like, that's what we
Yeah.
do. Like, yeah, I think every woman can relate to that who hasn't been taught how to fully embody. Okay, so how long have you
Yeah.
been looking for a solution before you found my program?
All of my life. But no, honestly, I would say like I've said it before. I've done all these different talk therapies over the years. But really looking for help from the age of 25, and I'm 33 now, so that's quite a long time to be looking and searching and trying all these different and heal myself. But nothing has worked up until now. Definitely nothing.
How did my program help you with feeling happy and confident?
It gave me the tools. It gave me the tools for what I need to feel happy and confident. It's not like it's given to you on a platter, like and wrapped up, and it's like, here you go, you're going to be better.
Magic
You've got
pill.
to, it's like you've got to do the work. But what works for me is that the way you speak and the way there's no BS. You're straight to the point, and I think you lead by example, and that is what has really, really helped me. Because you go into a talk therapy with a stranger, and you're telling them stuff that's happened, or you're telling them what's wrong with you, and deep down the person looking at you doesn't really relate because they haven't had that same life experience. They haven't been in the dark place you might be in at that time. So from being in your coaching program, I know you get what I say when I tell you about experiences in the past. You understand, and I think that's what is like the real like catalyst change in people, because we can relate and you can relate. That's the common denominator, definitely.
Also, I'd love to chat about your experience after our first one-to-one session. What was better than expected in that session?
I am blown away that I felt so much in that session. I am a person that will feel the emotion come, if it's sadness or if there's tears, and it just comes up, and then I cut it off. And that's what I couldn't get over, that you could tell what was happening, and that you kept on saying, come into your body, feel it, you're safe. And that's what was like amazing. So afterwards, I was definitely in awe. I felt vulnerable, emotional, but I know that's what feeling is about. So I've never actually experienced true feeling, because I would always numb before it would come, that kind of way. So yeah, I was totally blown away in a really positive way. It was good.
I love that. I'm so proud of you. You absolutely slayed it. And by the way, Ails is super new to my program, so we've only done the one-to-one session. She's killing it already. Okay.
Oh, amazing.
What made you pull the trigger to come into my program? I'm always interested to hear.
I think I was on my hands and knees. I had hit my rock bottom. I couldn't get out of a cycle of abusing myself with bulimia. It was just that negative feedback loop. I was just doing the same thing over and over and over. And it had come into January, and it was still happening. And I had tried everything, everything. And I guess it was just like a deep kind of intuition, knowing that, hey, why don't I try something that was different, as well, there was laughter in your program, and I think that's something that people don't experience very often when they are on trying to find the answer or start their journey of recovery. You think it's going to be pain and not enjoyable, but the fact that there is laughter and humor, and there's a good feeling in the program and in the coaching, and like-minded women that are all humorous and entertaining, and that's what really, really works.
Oh, I love that.
Really amazing.
I love that, because I made that a belief after I had done so many programs that were it was you can't twerk if you're at a spiritual, and I was like, God, the rules, I freaking left America because I hate rules. I don't want to it's so stupid. Why can't we just have fun? I think you nailed it. We're so much more, if I think something's not going to be fun, you bet your ass I'm not going to commit and I'm not going to do it. Why would I want to go kick myself in the face with a golf shoe if I could go do the cha-cha at sunset? You know what I mean? So it's I love that. You went into my next question with the women in the group and a whole tribe that's in your same frequency, and just all really, well, just tell me how you feel about that with all the women. Tell me how that's helped your journey.
It's everybody is on the same journey. So we're all here for the same reason. We want to upskill, get better at who we want to be, or who we're becoming. We're all looking for the same thing. And the women that are in the group, everybody's very open. They're open because they feel safe. So there's no BS, there's no competition, there's no judgment. Everybody is rooting for the other person. And if there is somebody that's just striving and doing really well, and you can see it, obviously that part of you where you're oh my God, I wish I was doing the same, or I wish I was doing what that person's doing, but you know what that person's doing. They're showing up, they're doing the suggested things, and that makes you move from that place of, oh, poor me, I want to be like that person. It moves you to strive to get there, because you know you can. You have the tools in front of you. You just have to do the work, like, and that's what's really good as well. So yeah, there's examples in the coaching of other people and how they're doing, and you want to get there. So I think that's very, very good.
I love that. I was talking to just another one-to-one client, and she's been on a holiday in a third world country, so she's had no Wi-Fi. And so she like popped in, and obviously we're doing our daily communication. She's like, because like all the winning posts are coming in. She's like, I haven't been in the group. I feel like I gotta get in there. I gotta win. And it's like so cool that it's just like positive motivation to kick ass, because it's like, dude, I'm totally missing out. I could be badass. I'm going to step up and be badass too. And it's like, I don't know, for me, it's just like unheard of to be in a group of women that everybody else lifts you up. Like, it's just so rad without having that competition and going, all right, here we go. Like, she could do it, I could do it. And then just like that beautiful, I love that. Alrighty then. So what has been your most badass moment in this program? Like, what's the moment that you can sit here and like feel, because you know we're just learning how to do that and you're getting so good at it, feel this like energy of feeling proud and like I am in control of me? Like, what would you say that like your like highlight so far has been since you've just come into my program?
I think it's kind of do with the I am winning statement and the mantras, and I just did loads of positive things and things that would have scared me in the past, but I did them anyway, and the feeling of feeling so good after them, getting up early to go to a yoga class at like 7 a.m. and just that feeling afterwards, like, okay, that was horrible having to get up, or that was like tough, but then that feeling of, oh man, I did it and I feel so good, and I get now what you're talking about. You know, you have to push through the little bit of awkwardness or tiredness, or you don't want to, and the negative heads can come in. But then when you do the thing and you've accomplished it, it just feels so good. So definitely, so just feeling good because I've put the work in.
I'll tell you my two things I'm most proud of for you. So the first one is opening up to be vulnerable and feel, because as women who are strong and have had to carry this like weight of a lot of stuff, and like, you know, the taking care of everybody energy, and the wanting to help everybody, and the people pleasers, and being in our masculine, which is like all of us, right? That's why we come into this group, to get the tools. And you did it so gracefully and so beautifully.
Yeah.
And I sat here and watched you just bloom like this beautiful flower. And to me, that's a miracle, because you've tried the therapy. How many years of therapy did you try and never was able to do that?
Yeah. So many years, like,
So that, and then the other part that I just have seen you shine in just this short few weeks is you've made this shift as you're dating. You said the most beautiful, powerful thing, like, I am confident, I'm walking in present and embodied, and like no longer is my self-worth connected. And this is what a lot of women in the group, right? Like, they're dating. It's this balance of, but fudge, I always lose myself in relationships, and then I get like desperate, like, dude, I know that, I lived that. Like, I freaking feel like I could write a book on like, you know, what not to do when you're dating, and like what a desperate woman looks like. That I literally was like there should be emoji with my old self on it. I was the epitome of like desperate. So the fact that you've already like taken it to the market, like it's not a theory, like you did this already. You already did this on a date, and you were like, I'm a badass. I'm amazing. And like that to me is so beautiful, because I can't tell you how many women write me like, oh my God, this is what I'm suffering with. Like, I have no self-esteem. I lose myself in a man. Like, I date people I don't like, and then I get, so it's like the number one thing I think with women. So the fact that you've already put that out, you already, you know, lived it, like that makes me feel super proud of you.
Thank you. Yeah, no, definitely. Yeah.
Okay, last question. What is your advice to others who might be considering my coaching program?
I think if you're considering it, then like there's something inside of you telling you to do it. I think if you're like looking into it and humming and hawing and thinking, will I, won't I, deeply inside you, you know you need to do it. And just give it a try. Like, that's the thing. Just go and try. And once you're in it, you will not want to not do it. You know, that's definitely it. Yeah, give it a shot because it's worth it. And it is so much more helpful than other methods that are out there. And yeah, you know, to be able to laugh as well during this process is such a huge thing. And you will be looked after, you'll feel safe, and you'll find yourself, you know, you'll find your truth in the program, definitely. So just do it, you know, give it a shot.
Yeah, come in.
It's worth it. Definitely worth it.
Did you have any fears before you came in? Because I know that we were connected like months before you came into my program. So was there I mean, I know what everyone's normal fear is like, but what were yours?
Yeah, I think it, like, oh, this isn't for me. Like, that would be a big thing. Like, nah, I wouldn't be into that group. It wouldn't work. All of those type of fears. But I knew I was just trying to put excuses in the way. And I just, one evening, I think I watched one of your posts and I just, like, really enjoyed what I watched. And I was like, fuck it. Like, as I said, I'm on my hands and knees anyway. I will try anything. Like, you know, if somebody tells you that, like, dog poop is going to make you feel better, you're going to fucking eat dog poop. Yeah. Like, give me more dog poop. Totally. So, like, you will try anything. But I think if you're somebody who's scrolling and watching and like saying, oh, will I, won't I? Like, your answer's there. Like, there's a reason why you're a bit kind of like hesitant, but at the same time, why are you like constantly coming back to it and thinking about it? That's your sign. Just go and do it. Sign up, and you won't be disappointed. Oh my gosh. It's life-changing. It really is.
Oh, I love that. Yeah. Thank you, sister. Oh, thank you so much.
But it's the truth. It's the truth. So you're welcome.
I'm so proud of you. I love you so much.
Thank you. Oh, from Ireland.